In the vast world of coin collecting, few treasures have captured the imagination of collectors quite like the 1989p United States of America quarter dollar. It's a coin that most people have held, spent, or saved in a jar at some point in their lives, yet very few realize that among these common quarters lies one that can transform your pocket change into a small fortune. Yes, this simple piece of American history, minted more than 3 decades ago, has become a symbol of unexpected wealth and mystery. Let's travel back in time to 1989, a year of transformation and innovation in the United States. The nation was full of energy and change. The Cold War was ending, pop culture was booming, and technology was beginning to shape the future. During this memorable year, the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters at its different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint, marked by the small letter P on the coin, was responsible for creating some of the most fascinating and collectible quarters in American history. Now, what makes the 1989p quarter dollar so special? On the surface, it looks like an ordinary coin, featuring the timeless portrait of George Washington on the front, facing left with the words "Liberty" above his head and "In God We Trust" beside his neck. The date 1989 rests below, and the tiny P mint mark just above it reveals its birthplace, the historic Philadelphia Mint. On the reverse, the bold American eagle spreads its wings proudly, clutching arrows of defense and an olive branch of peace, symbolizing the strength and harmony of the United States. But behind this ordinary appearance lies a secret. Some 1989p quarters were struck with extraordinary minting errors, rare mistakes that make them one of a kind. These errors include double die strikes, off-center prints, missing layers, and even rare metal compositions. To the untrained eye, they may look like normal coins, but to collectors, they are golden tickets worth thousands. Each tiny imperfection adds character, uniqueness, and, most importantly, immense value. Imagine finding a coin that was struck slightly off-center, creating a visible crescent-shaped blank space on one side, or one where the details of George Washington's hair and face appear doubled because of a double-die error. These subtle differences make the 1989p quarter one of the most sought-after coins in the collector's market today. And if your coin happens to be in uncirculated or proof-like condition, with no scratches, no wear, and its original shine intact, then you might be holding a truly priceless piece of history. Coin experts and collectors often describe the 1989p quarter as a hidden gem among U.S. coinage. Because millions were produced, the rare ones are buried among the ordinary, and that's exactly what makes the search so thrilling. Every time you come across a quarter from 1989, especially one with the P mint mark, it's worth taking a closer look. The design details, mint mark, and even the luster can reveal whether you've stumbled upon a fortune. Over the years, stories have surfaced of people who accidentally discovered valuable 1989p quarters while sorting through old change. Some found them in forgotten jars, inherited coin boxes, or even vending machine returns. For them, it was more than just luck. It was a reminder that history often hides in plain sight. Collectors today continue to search for the most pristine examples of this coin. A high-grade 1989p quarter, authenticated and graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can fetch enormous prices at auctions. The better the condition and the rarer the minting flaw, the more powerful its value becomes. This coin doesn't just represent money, it represents history, craftsmanship, and discovery. Every mark on it, every detail, tells a story of American identity. The Philadelphia Mint, with its long legacy dating back to the founding days of the United States, produced this coin as a reflection of national pride. Yet, little did the mint workers know that decades later, a few of their coins would become legendary. What's truly fascinating is how these coins bridge the gap between the ordinary and the extraordinary. Think about it. How many of us have spent quarters without giving them a second thought? Yet somewhere, someone's quarter, the same kind you use for parking or laundry, could be worth more than a luxury car. That's the beauty and mystery of coin collecting. So, the next time you receive a quarter as change, don't just toss it aside. Hold it up to the light. Look closely at the mint mark, the fine details, and the condition. You never know what you might find. Maybe your coin carries that hidden flaw, that rare characteristic that turns it from a mere piece of metal into a treasure. And now, for the most exciting part, the value that has stunned collectors and investors alike. Among the rarest and most pristine 1989p United States quarter dollars ever discovered, one exceptional coin, featuring a rare minting error and preserved in nearly flawless condition, has been valued at an incredible amount. Yes, this once ordinary 25-cent coin has sold for a breathtaking sum of $45,000. Have you ever held a coin in your hand and wondered if it might be worth a small fortune? What if I told you that one of the coins you casually spend every day, a simple United States of America $quarter from 1992 with the letter P under the word "In God We Trust," could actually be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, today we're talking about the mysterious, fascinating, and shockingly valuable 1992 P $quarter, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but carries a story that has left collectors amazed around the world. Let's travel back in time to the year 1992, the era when the U.S. Mint produced millions of quarters. Most of them were made for daily circulation, used for vending machines, parking meters, and pocket change. But among these millions, a few unique pieces turned out to be completely different. They carried rare minting errors, unusual planchets, and perfect details that make them treasures today. And one of these hidden gems is the 1992 P $quarter, minted in Philadelphia, marked by the small P mint mark just above the date. Now, let's talk about the beauty and meaning behind this coin. On the front side, you'll find the bold and proud face of George Washington, the founding father, the very first president of the United States. His portrait, created by sculptor John Flanagan, stands as a timeless tribute to American strength, independence, and leadership. Around the portrait, the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" remind us of the spirit of freedom that defines the United States. Flip it over, and you'll see the iconic American bald eagle with its wings stretched wide, a symbol of courage, victory, and pride, holding arrows and an olive branch to represent both strength and peace. But what makes the 1992 P $quarter so valuable is not just its design, but what lies beneath the surface, the hidden variations, the mistakes, and the stories behind each rare piece. The Philadelphia Mint is famous for high-quality production, but in 1992, something unexpected happened. Some quarters were struck using slightly different planchets, some were misaligned, and a few even had double dies, where the design appears twice due to a minting error. These tiny differences are invisible to the casual eye but priceless to collectors. There's also something special about the strike quality. Some 1992 P quarters were struck with proof-like details, bright, mirror-shiny surfaces with razor-sharp edges that make them look almost like collectors' proof coins, even though they were never meant to be. When found in uncirculated or mint condition, these coins can easily catch the attention of grading experts and investors who know just how rare such flawless coins are. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. The tiniest scratch, a touch of wear, or a loss of shine can reduce the value drastically. But if you happen to find a 1992 P quarter in pristine, uncirculated, or MS-67 grade condition, you could be looking at something extremely special. Professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC have confirmed that only a limited number of these coins exist in top condition, which makes them incredibly rare and desirable. Now imagine this, a coin minted over 30 years ago, meant for everyday use, surviving all this time without a single mark or blemish. That's like finding a time capsule from 1992. Some of these coins have been sold in auctions for extraordinary amounts because of their rarity, perfect condition, or unique minting errors. For collectors, finding one feels like uncovering a piece of hidden history, a direct connection to America's past, preserved in silver and copper. People all across the United States have found these rare coins in the most unexpected places, inside old piggy banks, tucked away in family coin jars, or even in spare change from grocery stores. Imagine the excitement of realizing that the coin you've been ignoring for years is actually worth thousands. That's the thrill of coin hunting, the idea that treasure can be found in the smallest, most ordinary things. If you ever get your hands on a 1992 P $quarter, take your time to study it carefully. Look for the mint mark P under the date, check for any doubling in the letters, inspect its edges, and see if the coin has an unusually bright or proof-like shine. Every small detail matters, because one simple coin could change your luck overnight. Remember, the U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, but only a handful ever achieve legendary status. The 1992 P $quarter is one of those legends. It's a coin that tells a story of history, craftsmanship, and the kind of luck that turns ordinary people into collectors, and collectors into millionaires. Have you ever held a simple-looking coin in your hand and wondered if it might be worth a fortune? Most of us spend coins every day without giving them a second thought. But what if I told you that one of those ordinary-looking coins, a United States $quarter from 1998 with a P mint mark, could actually change your life forever. Yes, we're talking about a coin that looks just like any other piece of change, yet collectors and treasure hunters are desperately searching for it across the country. Let's take a deep journey into the story, history, mystery, and incredible value of the 1998 United States quarter dollar. A small piece of metal that might be hiding in your wallet, your old drawers, or maybe inside your piggy bank right now. The quarter dollar has been one of America's most iconic coins for centuries. It proudly carries the face of George Washington on the front, the first president of the United States, a symbol of leadership, strength, and independence. On the reverse side, you'll find the majestic bald eagle, wings spread wide, representing freedom and power. But even though millions of these quarters were minted in 1998, not all of them are created equal. Among those millions, a few have something unusual, mysterious, and highly valuable, and that's what turns them from simple change into hidden treasures. The 1998 P quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. That's what the small letter P under the word "In God We Trust" stands for. Most of these coins were perfectly struck and used in everyday transactions. However, during minting, some of the coins came out with slight variations, minting errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare details that collectors now crave. These differences might look tiny, maybe an extra line, a double image on the letters, or even a slightly misplaced design, but to experts, they can mean the difference between a coin worth 25 cents and one worth tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine someone casually spending a 1998 P quarter at a grocery store, not knowing that it was one of the rarest examples ever made. And someone else picks it up as change, unaware that they're holding a piece of hidden fortune. That's the beauty and mystery of coin collecting. The treasure could be right in your hands, and you wouldn't even know it. Collectors call this the thrill of the hunt. They search through rolls of quarters, old coin jars, and family collections, hoping to find the perfect specimen, the flawless 1998 P quarter with its unique characteristics that make it stand out. Some coins have been discovered with striking errors that appear almost artistic, double letters in Liberty, a ghost image of Washington's profile, or even a mirror-like shine that only comes from rare proof strikes. Over time, the popularity of American coins has exploded worldwide. People from every corner of the globe collect U.S. quarters not just for their design, but for their historical and cultural significance. The 1998 P quarter belongs to the Washington Quarter Series, which began back in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Since then, the design has evolved, but the 1998 version still carries that classic eagle reverse, the final year before America launched the famous 50-state quarters program in 1999. That alone makes the 1998 P coin special. It marks the end of an era, the closing chapter of a timeless design that had graced pockets for more than 6 decades. Collectors often say that the 1998 P quarter is a bridge between old America and modern America, between traditional designs and the new wave of artistic state quarters that would soon follow. That historical importance adds to its appeal and value. Combine that with rarity, mint condition, and error varieties, and you've got a coin that can command an astonishing price on the collector's market. Now, when it comes to value, it's not just about the date or the mint mark. The true value of any coin depends on several factors: condition, strike quality, rarity, and demand. A 1998 P quarter found in circulation might be worth only its face value, but if you discover one that's in uncirculated condition, flawless, or featuring a unique minting error, you might just be sitting on something extraordinary. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC carefully inspect such coins, and the ones that receive a perfect or near-perfect grade often go for massive amounts at auctions. Just think about it. The same coin that once bought a piece of candy could now buy you a car, or even change your entire life. Stories have emerged of collectors paying huge sums for these error coins because of their beauty and scarcity. The details of the minting error, whether a double die, an off-center strike, or a unique luster, can multiply its value beyond imagination. So next time you're holding a quarter, take a closer look. Look for that 1998 date and the tiny P mint mark. Examine the lettering, the edges, and Washington's portrait under good light. You never know what you might find. Sometimes, treasures aren't buried deep underground. They're sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered by the right eyes. The 1998 P United States quarter dollar is more than a coin. It's a piece of American history, a symbol of craftsmanship, and for a lucky few, a key to unimaginable fortune. So don't ignore the next quarter you find. Because one of those simple, shiny coins might just be your golden ticket. And here's the most amazing part. One rare 1998 quarter dollar has been known to reach the incredible value of $45,000.